It's the talk of the town. So come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN 1410. On WRMN, it's the talk of the town. So come on and listen now. It's Deano's Night Out on WRMN 1410.
Hey, and hello everybody to another Deano's Night Out. Right here, it must be Friday. 2 to 4 o'clock each and every Friday, live in Studio 14. So I think I got a nice show. A little maybe, I don't know, maybe not as amped up, and we don't have any musical acts or anything in the studio today, but I do have a good partner that I always enjoy talking with, and that's my guy, Matt. Matt, how you doing today? What's going on?
I am doing good. Happy Friday. I'm having a good day today. How's everyone doing out there? Hopefully you're enjoying your afternoon 2 o'clock hour edition.
Yeah, it's going to be, like I say, it's going to, I figured today what we would do is recap what happened from America's First Responders Fest. Mm-hmm. We were going to do that last week, and then we had that great treat with Mr. Holbrook.
Yes.
And we talked about Bozo and a little bit about Wizzo, a little bit about magic. A little about the magic of those years. And those were some pretty magical years before your years.
Yeah.
But they were magical years. You still know who Bozo was, though, right?
Of course I do, yes.
I like to make sure. Because we were going through songs earlier today.
I know.
And you were kind of like in the dust. I'm like, really, Matt? You never heard that song? So, yeah. No, that's great. We're going to have a wonderful show. We start out, of course, like I always do. We have to... we got the screen in a different spot on me. There we go. This show, Deano's Night Out, is always brought to you by Ron Onesti. Ron Onesti with the Arcada Theater, oshows.com. In fact, that was the other thing. He was going to be on the day of the Bozeum, and then we switched with him because of Columbus Day. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be the second part of our show. We're going to talk a lot about what's going on Monday, Columbus Day, and what it represents. And Ron is the president of the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans. So they've got a lot of festivities. In fact, there's a flag raising at Daly Center today. They've got so many different events going on. They have a President's Ball on Sunday or Saturday. I don't know. There's so many different events. I can't even keep track of them. But I don't know that I'm going to make all of them. I'll make as many as I possibly can. And then we have the parade on Monday, which a lot of us have become parade marshals. And we'll have some, maybe some nice little video clips of what's going on over there.
Yep.
So, again, Arcada Theater, oshows.com, which is located 105 East Main Street in beautiful downtown St. Charles. Here's what they got going on there tonight. This is at the 8 o'clock show. And this is, now how would you say her name, Matt?
Orianthe?
That's what I said.
Orianthe.
I thought it was Orianthe. That's what I said. But I got 5 different ways of saying it, so we'll go with Orianthe. We'll go yours.
Orianthe Panagaris.
Yeah.
That's a nice roll off the tongue.
It flows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Assuming she's got to be some little Greek background there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, looks much like rock star as she does a supermodel. But it's her extraordinary guitar chops that makes all the heads turn. She began playing professionally when she was 13 years old before going on to perform and tour with folks like Carlos Santana, Steve Vai, Alice Cooper, Rich Sambora, and even Dave Stewart. So she's quite an act. I think you'll enjoy her 8 o'clock tonight over at the Arcada Theater. And then Saturday in the Arcada is Gino Vanelli. again, before your time. You know, I know you've never heard of him, but he's a Canadian rock singer and songwriter who's best known for his singles, I Just Want to Stop and Living Inside Myself. Since his debut release of Crazy Life in 1973,
Wow.
you weren't thought of yet.
No.
Gino Vanelli has remained one of the most distinctive voices in contemporary music. So he really is too. Gino Vanelli's got a nice sound. You know, all these stars, we're all getting older. And all the bands and all the stars and all these rock groups that we used to watch and see, we're like, wow, you know, hey, this guy and this one's that one. Aerosmith, look at Aerosmith, AC/DC's, all the, you know, the ones mine growing up, Scorpions, Supertramps, you know. Already the music I listened to was sort of fading out because I was a Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, that type of music. You know, I like that lounge, easy listening stuff.
Yeah.
But I could also enjoy any other type of music.
I've seen your playlist. You've got some more modern songs on there too.
I do have a lot of stuff on. What's your favorite place?
Oh my goodness me. Well, I have, I don't know. I kind of go all around. You know, I've been talking yesterday, I mentioned yesterday to Elliot on the community hour. I like an artist. She goes by the name Grimes.
Grimes.
She does she used to date Elon Musk back in the day. She has a child with him. And she does a lot of kind of kind of electronic music that's
Like house music type?
yeah, kind of a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's very techno. It's very
okay.
techno music, and
I enjoy that.
it's got almost kind of an alternative feel to it. Some of her songs feel almost pop country in a way. She has a wide range of different ones that are all electronic, and she's got this very unique kind of soft voice that goes, you know, you don't usually think of like a soft voice with electronic, usually kind of grungy maybe, but she has a little bit of a softer kind of voice that goes with it too. Very high pitched too. So,
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess with that techno, that kind of has to be. That almost blends in better.
Yep.
My favorite, like slower, would be Sade.
okay.
Oh my God, can she sing? And yeah. But anyhow, that's what we're going to be talking about. When we come back, we're going to talk about what happened at America's First Responders Fest, which was not that long ago. It was September the 20th. The skies opened up and kind of rained on us, but you know what they say, when they give you lemons, make lemonade.
Yep.
We did the best we could. We were able to take care of our charities, but we'll talk about all that in just a minute. So I think what we should do, what do you think, Matt? We're just going to take ourselves a quick break.
Sounds good. We'll come back and talk more about America's First Responders Fest, give those recognitions out there too, of course, and discuss on what it was.
All the people that helped us. So many people helped us accomplish this task. I mean, it wasn't just a one and done. I mean, you know, it's our third year doing this one now. So I think it's going to get some good traction, and we're going to get ourselves better. A lot of things we've been trying to do at the station. I've had some pretty good sized failures here, but I've had some good accomplishments. And I want to own up to the stuff that I am doing wrong. But of course, let's just move forward and focus on the positive. So folks, when we come back, we'll be talking about America's First Responders Fest. So we'll see you in just a little bit. You know, this music here just kind of sums up how I'm feeling today. You know that? I'm a little mellow, a little agitated, but at the same time, I think we're going to get this all done. So again, welcome back to Dino's Night Out. We have a little bit different format, like I said. Today we're going to be talking about the America First Responders Fest and all the successes I think that we did have. Because we're going to make lemonade, right, Matt?
We sure are.
Okay. So, you know, I guess the first thing we certainly have to do is thank the Village of Hampshire for allowing us to utilize their village streets as our venue. And we were right dead bang right on the corner, right? Right on Main Street. And, you know, Mayor Reed, along with the city manager, Jay Hedges, and, you know, there's a go-to in every village. And there you have Karen Stuhler. She couldn't be any more accommodating, making sure that all the T's were crossed, I's were dotted. Of course, the Public Works Department, everybody did their part to make sure things were blocked off and ready for us so that this could be a good festival that it was. And they just couldn't be any more accommodating. We even had Jeannie Mayer, who was from the Hampshire Area Chamber of Commerce, helping out. And they were putting, all kinds of advertisements, letting people know what we were doing when we were doing it. But boy, we had a day set out that when they brought that big stage in, how about that, man?
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect, it blew my mind. Yeah. I was expecting it to be a little bit of a smaller stage. It was huge. And what's interesting too is the way they folded up and if I don't know if any of you folks out there were able to see if you were there a little earlier, but I mean, it comes in a regular large.
It's on a flatbed. Tractor trailer.
And then it opens up and then it rises up. The stage folds outward and it is a full-sized, beautiful stage.
It's like a, what do you call it? Like a pop-out. Mobile home pop out.
Mm-hmm.
It's really. Let me see if I get one pulled up here. I don't know if I have one. Oh, here we are. Here's the stage. Yeah. Now you see that's on a 48, maybe about a 40-foot trailer, and that's got the back that becomes your roof for the front of us forward, and then behind us you could see it. That's the piece that closes down. Because it looks just like a trailer when it's driving down the street. And what an operator, that driver, what a professional driver he was. He got it positioned in there perfectly. Never drove on the curb, never put any extra weight where it didn't belong. But it was really something. That trailer, we weren't supposed to get the size trailer we were. I had a 25-footer ordered. I figured that was plenty for what we had. But some of the bad luck that we had to this last minute, our supplier had canceled. So I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? So luckily we were able to fight ourselves, secure one, and we did so. And we got this big trailer, which was more than what we needed, but it was okay. I think it worked out just fine.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. Yes. B-A-N-D. And it's, the key was to raise the money for our charities, and that's what this thing is always about. It's not about any one of us standing on the stage or us talking, and it's about raising the funds, for each and every one of the charities. And this year, even in the light of the doom and gloom of the weather, we were able to give $1,000 to Canines for Veterans. And they're a group that provides service animals, to first responders with PTSD, TBI, and MIST as well. And I thought that was really the right thing to do. Veterans first and foremost. When it comes to our thing with the America First Responders, we always said this is who we're going to support first, and then after that, of course, our police and fire. And what we did with that was we had the Illinois Peer Support Team. And we were also able to give them $1,000. Jack Barry was on stage and he received the check and gave a little talk about what they do and what they represent. And that went very, very well. We also had that back to canines. I should have said who it was that was there. We had Rick Ladone Gideon, and he is one of the spokespersons for Canines for Veterans. And he served in active military, and he has a support animal as well that he had on stage with us. So he was there. They received their check. Illinois Peer Support Team, we were able to give them theirs. And then everybody knows this guy, Mr. Christofferson, from True Patriots Care. True Patriots Care set up flags all the way down the street on the approach into into the event. And he set it up all down the residential streets. And any spot where he could fit a flag in between, we had American flags there. So they were represented, and we also have their check. Mr. Christopherson wasn't able to be there, so we could present him with it. And actually, the time that we did have set for him, we would have been rained out anyhow, to be honest with you. And we had quite a few just platinum donors. We had silver donors. So here's who we had. I mean, we had people like Flood Brothers. They donated all of the hand wash stations, all of the portable restrooms. Vasily Law, supporter of our morning show. Onesti Entertainment, supporter of this particular show. Guthrie and Brady Attorneys, supporters of 90% of the different things you see behind the scenes, which they're located in Roselle. Attorney Mary Brady, the happy lawyer. Superior Diesel, right here in Elgin. They just do outstanding work on big vehicles or little. And then Gio Winkler, she also was one of our platinum donors. And then we had silver donors, which made up Newman's Corner Pub, Romanucci and Blandon attorneys. Got a lot of attorneys, if you noticed. All Around Auto Body, my good friend Brad from Schaumburg. The Village of Burlington, Mary Kay. I mean, the president couldn't be any more supportive. You know, that whole group, Zambetti as well. Guy Zambetti from Gilbert's, Mike Reed, you know, Mary Kay. They're a group that if one has something going on, they all have something going on, right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it really went very well. The Italian-American Executives of Transportation, that's Vito D'Ambrosio. It's an organization, I'm telling you, that has been around, I think 45 years, if not longer. We had Ability Plumbing and Heating, Illinois Media School, and Canyon Aero Light with Tim and Joe, of who was not able to be even on the stage and perform. The performance fee we had lined up for them, they would not accept it. They wanted us to give it to the first responders. And, you know, both Tim and Joe totally have done different events, you know, for first responders. Joe is a fire marshal in Huntley as well. So, yeah. So that was kind of nice. We had some real good people behind there. And then our entertainment, our opener, who could open better than Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones? We've had Rick in here 2-3 different times doing some live performance. I mean, outstanding. He got the crowd going. It was just, I don't know how else to say. We got a slow start. We had some problem with the sound man, but we got everything going. But even with the slow start, we had a great performance by Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones. Then next to go on, got their equipment all set up. You know, you're talking 8-9 guys. The Mix Company Band. And Terrell was hung in there. They were doing sound checks. We got their first song up and ready to go, and they were doing more sound stuff. And as we were doing their sound checks, you could see the people gravitating to the stage, and I was looking up at the sky. It was getting darker by the moment. And then all of a sudden, whoosh.
It came in like, whew.
Oh, my God.
You know, all at once.
It was a shame because, you know, we're gonna do an event again where we could have the Mixed Company Band, and they really are sharp. They are really a good sound. They could play just about anything. And then, of course, Canyon Aero Light with Tim and Joe. They weren't able to be on because that rain just washed the whole program away. But it's not going to stop us. It's not going to defeat us. Even though we got the music, that means we're at the bottom of the hour already. I got so many pictures that I want to show everybody when we come back, but I just wanted to set the stage, let everybody know what took place, let everybody know how well it went, and that we were, because of the support of our sponsors and many other, our volunteers, we were able to support the people that we had earmarked to support this year. So, hey, you're listening to WRMN 1410. Me, Dean DeLaley, and McNeil.
Yes.
We'll be back in just a few short moments. Okay, maybe that's what we need. A little more upbeat music trying to get me going.
Me too.
I'm hoping that's what it is because you know what? I don't know, not as I can hear it in my own voice.
Yeah.
I'm struggling because I still have that problem. I'm not getting maybe the proper wind, the proper air. I don't know what it is. But look, I couldn't be any more happier the way that this event turned out. I couldn't be any more pleased with the volunteers that we had. I mean, this was a home run. Mm-hmm. I mean, we hit it out of the park. Okay, I get it. We weren't able to have as many people there. We had, on their count, the village was giving me a count. At one point, we had like 1,500 people there. Mm-hmm. They were very pleased with the commerce that was received from everything. So, you know, I think that's pretty good.
I do too.
You know, I mean, I'm not trying to make the lemonade out of the lemons, but, you know, we accomplished our mission. Our mission was what? To get our sponsors, our charities, the monies that we had wanted to raise. I was looking to raise a little bit more, but that's okay. We still have a 50-50 raffle. How much are we holding right now?
Oh, my goodness. I have to go back and look because it's quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit for sure. Yeah.
Because we didn't sell all the raffles. So what we were going to do, in lieu of not having stage presentations for certain people, we have that thing coming up around here. It's called Nightmare on State Street.
Chicago Street.
That is Chicago. Why do I keep saying
It's
State
okay.
Street?
Because it's almost, it's near State Street.
All right.
Right? No, because that's Hampshire.
Nightmare, right. Nightmare, and I was calling that Main Street. Yeah. I don't get the streets right, but it doesn't matter. The point is you get the message. The message is we had a great time while it went on. Everything went well until it didn't. And it didn't go well because of the rain. But we raised funds. We raised awareness. We had a lot of work done with the websites. Go to our website. You'll see who we donated to. Go to the website. You should start seeing pictures. Bruce Shipier was there.
Yeah.
Along with Mr. Myers, Jeff Myers, the voice of Elgin. We had so many people helping us out. I just can't thank everybody. And we'll get to listen all the names in just a little while. But again, Canines for Veterans, Illinois Peers Support Team for both police and fire, and True Patriots Care. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you're given 4 groups, you know, funds raised, that says a lot. Yep. And we still were in a hole, but we're going to figure a way to bail ourselves out.
Absolutely.
As long as we got our charities with the funds, I think that was one of the most important things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Honoring those first responders too.
Isn't that what it is?
Absolutely. So,
you know, and we've been talking about what's a first responder. First responders, everybody, you know, not only just your paid police, firefighters, our military first and foremost. Without them giving us our freedoms, where are we? Nowhere.
Exactly.
And then we have the, you know, your public works department, your EMS, your doctors, your nurses, all of them. You know, what happens when you're on an airplane? Hey, is there a nurse on board? Hey, is there a doctor? They're responding to that person's need. Mm-hmm. As us, if we have any basic first aid training or anything of that nature, that's your opportunity to get in there, do your part, help the person out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you know what? A lot of times we don't realize how much goes into being a first responder. I mean, I know mental capacity wise, I wouldn't be able to, I don't know if I could do it. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. You have to be strong mentally. You have to be strong physically. You know, everything too. And you know that your life is always going to be on the line. You know that you want to be out there to save others and to help the community to stay safe so that we can have the freedoms that we have. And we got to recognize them. We got to give them, paying tribute to them and honoring them and recognizing all the hard work that they do. And so that's why we have America's First Responders Fest, is because we want to share the love of the community and the honor that is deserved for those who put their lives on the line every day for us.
I like that. Well said.
So,
I mean, and that's just no more 10-4 over and out, that's exactly what it is. It's showing that courtesy, that respect. And the way we elected to do it, it wasn't like everybody's in the big spotlight and and I'll out of this one and that one. We called it acknowledgments. And we had a nice medal that commemorated the day, logo on the front, and we presented the ones that we were able to, and I'm going to read those very shortly. But what makes up a festival is all the things that go around there. We had a lot of vendor booths that were there. We had informative booths, and we also had food vendor booths. We had a few kids' activities. We had a beautiful pie in the face contest.
Yeah.
And that was with the Zambetti and Reed, Mayor Zambetti and Mayor Reed.
You know who was standing there the whole time? Mary Kay.
Yeah, Mary Kay.
The three of them all together.
I was shocked that they didn't get her with a pie.
I know.
I was kind of hoping on that for the photo.
We got all of them shirts, and we're like, hey, here's a clean shirt for you both.
Yeah.
America's First Responders.
Yeah, nobody was biting. And then how about that car show?
Oh, that was great. Did
was
you
a
see the
beautiful
one?
car show.
I'm horrible at knowing about cars, but there was the one that was like, I think it was purple and green. It had almost like a fire on the side, not real fire, but obviously like a painted fire on the side. It had that revved engine. It was
Yeah, flames was a big deal back in the 50s.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but that was done by Gilbert Eagles Club, 1047. And man, oh man, they put that together for us. Lickety split. I mean, I told them what we were trying to do. I told them where it was at. They said we'd be happy to.
And you know what? From I guess maybe like a mathematic side of things, the way it was laid out to where you walk down the car show and it leads right up to the stage, it was perfect.
The flags as you're driving into the place, Mr. Christofferson and their work. So yeah, I think if we do it again in Hampshire, we got the perfect venue set up now.
Yep.
We know what to do if it's going to be there. I have gotten calls from other communities, however, saying that they'd like to have it, which was really our goal and our dream is to make America First Responders Fest kind of like a traveling event, for lack of a better word. And we want to be able to do it to where, all the communities get represented. Obviously, we'll hit the Fox River Valley first. But, this would be a good thing. It was really, really nice. I mean, maybe had we stayed in South Elgin with the coverage of the that cabana that they have over there, but you'd have got the side rain anyhow. And I don't even know if the rain came this far. I hear that in Elgin, they got no rain at all.
Yep.
But boy, oh boy, in Hampshire, we sure got dumped on. But I don't want to dwell on that. What I want to do now is I want to go to our screen, and you can see some of the pictures. This is us over there, Matt. You could describe that.
Yeah, so
that was setting up.
That's the setup, and the two gentlemen there. It's Michael Tuman, and I apologize, I can't remember the other gentleman's name, but he was on the show with him for I almost wanted to say Big Top Sports. No, that's not it. It's with Michael Tuman, so it's
Chief of the Guard.
the Chief Guard of the Republic.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm starting to slip a little.
I
here.
thought you didn't. I thought he was on a different show, but he's always been on with Mike Tuman, Chief Guard of the Republic.
No, so he usually it's Paul Burvid. Paul Burvid wasn't there. This is another guest that he had, but he was out there live from 12 until 1 o'clock, and then of course we started right at 1 o'clock there. But that was the setup over there. Of course, we've got that beautiful WRMN booth. We've got here the Fraternal Order of the Eagles. That is the Elgin Eagles, located in Gilbert's. And I really liked seeing here, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it too, the trophies there with the America's First Responders Fest logo on.
Yeah, wasn't it nice that they put that on there?
That was really cool that they put that on there. I didn't know that. So when I saw that, when I went up to the booth, I was like, oh, fantastic.
So everybody in that car show, pretty much, and not just a participation trophy, they have it for which is the best paint, which is the oldest, which they even have ones that are called survivors, ones that's just like original. So, yeah. And then who's those guys? Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
That's our morning show host.
That's the top of the morning to you with your cup of coffee in hand, ready to get you started. That's Elliot, the L Train Serrano, and Susie C., Sue Castle, always getting you ready in the morning. And you can even see their morning show, just exuding character. And, I mean, they were lively as always.
They went everywhere. They made sure that they visited every booth. They saw every car. I think they got yelled at for sitting in one, but that's okay. That's what they do. They're like the rebels of the group, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And this guy here is a good friend of mine. His name is Adam Kania. He actually lives in South Elgin. This is an actual Humvee from the military, and he's got a 50 caliber on that roof.
Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I was like, oh,
Isn't that
you don't mess
amazing?
with that.
Yeah, you don't want to. But he does have it set up where it shoots blanks, and when it operates, like fire shoots out of it, as if it's a real live weapon shooting. So I was like, man, I said, we better not be shooting that thing around. I said, I don't think people are going to take too well to that. But Adam was so kind to bring it out, representing our military, showing the people the insides, the outside. And it's a great thing. And he does do it. He'll bring that vehicle to different events that you have with Vietnam veterans. He's big on the veterans as well. Yeah. And he lives right here in South Elgin. I have his information. So here's the Mike Tuman again and his partner.
That's Chief Guard of the Republic, and they were sitting right up in front there. And behind us, that's when we were selling some of those T-shirts. Yeah. Those were beautifully printed T-shirts, too. I think that that went very well. Also, so that display was nice with that big WRMN logo on there, too, of course, with our 75 years. The beautiful blue paint on there to really stand out so that you...
It's our colors.
Exactly. You walk by there and you see it, so...
Now, who's this guy here? Jeff Myers, the voice of Elgin, I always say. He's the one that sort of showed me around, and George got me into this town years ago. Mm-hmm. So that's our dear George Rollinson. Earlier this morning, I mentioned about George. George has been going through some situation with cancer. It's gotten a little bit worse. We're not going to sugarcoat it. It's gotten a little worse, but he's a trooper, and he is... I cannot believe already overcoming a lot of what most people wouldn't be able to.
And you know what? I got to say this too. He always has a smile on his face.
Never
always.
A time that he doesn't. That's for sure.
Yep.
And only here's when he doesn't. Mm-hmm. That's David Tees and myself. And I just left George. George was telling me how I mispronounced something on the stage.
Oh.
George is always my proofwriter.
Yes.
And proofreader. No, George is the best. I love George, and we go years and years. Kane County brought the K9 Hudson Memorial, which Hudson was the officer, K9 officer that was shot in the line of duty. Mm-hmm. And they had a real nice thing. Mr. Russell was there. Yep. And it was a great presentation. I mean, you see these shows, and these pictures are all by Bruce Shippier. What a photographer. This man could capture the moment of like, oh, I get it.
Yep. And when you see him taking pictures, he's got his brow scrunched up because you know that he's in focus on the subject.
Him and his wife are both great.
Yes, absolutely. She was so helpful.
Oh, every time you set something up, I go to the left, and there she is helping me set something up. Yeah. She was absolutely great. And I think that's about a 51 or something.
That's cool.
I could be a 4. I don't know cars that well, to be able to tell you. And then what's this other little character over there? That was Wizzo.
Wizzo. Wait. Yeah. Doo-dee-doo-doo-doo. There you go.
You could do the high voice. I can't, even as we're talking, my voice is going on me. But we had Wizzo show up, and it was a great event. He met so many different kids. He did some, face-to-face, what do you call it? Magic, what do you call it? When street magic. That's
street magic. He made balloon animals, which was pretty cool to see. Yeah. There were a couple times I was passing him, and I had my clipboard with me. I was making sure everything was lined up and things, and he would sometimes kind of put the balloon in my face to kind of joke with me a little. So
great sense of humor. Tom Holbrook putting together the Boseum. We had him on the air last week, and this is an Avante. I happen to know what this car. It's about a 60. That should be about a 63, give or take. Mm-hmm. And that's a real neat car. It's before its time. I think the vehicle is made of fiberglass as well. And we are on stage with, this is Rick Ladoni Gideon, along with his service animal.
Very nice.
And that beautiful temperament.
Yep. Absolutely
nice. Yeah, that was on stage. And then over here, who do we have here? We got this is when we did all the veterans. So I'm going to tell you who we were able to give awards to as far as our veterans are concerned. Rick Ladoni, Gideon, again, with the service animal. They were both received awards. Peter Wickman with the U.S. Army. Ron Willer, U.S. Army. Richard Surma, United States Air Force, Bill Pellegrinos, United States Navy, and our own very own Dennis Sonar Green, United States Navy, and Bruce Shippier, who didn't want to be mentioned and didn't want any acknowledgement because, again, that just speaks to the kind of guy that he is. He was just happy to be there doing what he did, his contribution. But I can't not mention Bruce and thank him very much for his service as well. Each one of them received one of our medals, and we acknowledge them and we thank them for everything they do. Look at it.
That is an adorable picture.
Yeah.
I love it.
It really is. And this is given Ron.
And you know, he
Or
got
Rick,
choked
rather.
up too.
Huh?
He got pretty choked up.
I tell you
also,
what, he
yeah.
really did when he
Yeah.
was talking about what he went through in the military. It was like he got through that pretty good. It was like, yeah, okay, I was doing my job. But then when he started speaking of how the service, I don't even like calling them animals, you know what I mean? His partner, service pet, get him through some very tough times. He says he is in his life, and we go through a lot of our military, reach dark moments in their life where it's like, you know, there's no hope for nothing. And that pet, that brings him out of it sometimes. And along with good counseling, which is why we had the Illinois Peer Support Team. That's one of the things, too, for police and fire. When you're seeing tragedy on a daily basis and you don't have anybody to discuss it with, talk to about it, it plays on you. You know, early on in the job when I was on, we didn't have these counselors. Tough it out, kid. Yeah, okay, I understand. But it wasn't like to be insensitive. It was just so it didn't affect you because you had to go to the next call. So what do we got next year? Yep, and that's Ron Willer, also a brother knight with me.
I enjoyed putting those.
You know what?
Yeah, it was such
I saw
an
you
honor.
did a great job on it.
Thank you.
And who's the clown? That's not a clown. That's Wizzo,
Yes.
along with Bruce Shippier, our photographer, and the voice of Elgin, Jeffrey Myers.
Yeah. Now Bruce is usually behind the camera, not in front of it.
He doesn't like being in the camera. He doesn't like being in the shots. He's a very humble guy, but we're glad that he has helped us on so many different events that we've had. So here we got Rob
Yes.
Southgate, along with the big old Wiz.
Yep.
Wizzo was out
Very
there.
nice.
This, you could see the view on State Street. You see the flags along the grass line. Now, those are the same size flags that went all the way down State Street, all the way up to at least the high school, I believe, if not further.
Yep.
And there's the vehicles from the car show. The Lambas came out.
Yeah, the llamas.
Llamas.
The llamas, yes.
I said Lamba. Llamas came out, and they always come and support our events. We can't thank them enough for all the support that they do. They're a great group of guys. They have the Easter basket thing that they do over at the Legion each year, and we like to show them love and support every time we can as well. Who do we have here? Oh, this is the Bassett Rescue, which was just down the street, across from the K9 for Hudson. Let me see. And there's the K9 Hudson. Yeah, I didn't know it was the next frame. And what do we got here? Oh, we got another
That's
one.
another one there that looks like it's Bassett Rescue.
Yeah, that's their mobile vehicle that they use.
That's very cool.
So we did have a lot of people that came out. We had a lot of different vendors that appeared, and that was great. So I already went over the military ones, people that received recognition. Also, we were able to recognize Sergeant Gregory Sears, who his end of watch was June the 1st, the year 2000. And he's the first and only, and thank God we hope no others, to add to the list from the Hampshire Police Department. He passed in the line of duty. So we gave it to the field training officer, Officer Muniz, and a new officer, Officer Peters. So we gave the Medal of Recognition so that it could be placed prominently. They have a display and a little, memorial, we'll call it, for Sergeant Sears. And then we also acknowledged the police department. So we made sure that they gave one for the police chief so that he can have it, prominently posted within the village. So it was great. I mean, they were very, very humble and very well spoken. They talked a little bit about it. So I was glad that we were able to get the recognition to them. Then we had Mayor Reed came up because we had tried to get the chief, the fire chief from Hampshire, Chief Trevor Herman, but the dates didn't line up, things didn't line up. But he was with the Hampshire Fire Protection District from 1989 to 2025. His family was founding members of the Volunteer Fire Department in 1931.
Wow.
So there was always a Trevor either in charge, in command, or one way or the other at that fire department. And then we also had a little bit more on the police side. We had the cold case detectives, and Sergeant now was former Sergeant Detective Artanian, who is now Sergeant, and Detective Andrew Houghton from the cold case division of the Elgin Police Department. Chief Anna Lally would have been present. They had an event going on in Elgin as well, so they made a quick cameo appearance so that, hey, everybody's represented. So it was great. We gave them also their recognition and their medal that they could take back to the police department as well. But boy, that was the Karen Schieffer's, how do you say her last name?
Karen Schieffer's.
Schieffer's case, that cold case that was so many years. And they solved it. It's got the number 1% podcast of all the podcasts that are out there.
I also want to give a shout out to, of course, the cold case file division. When they do these podcasts, I have to say how professional they are and how respectful they are too. As someone who does watch a lot of cold case YouTube videos, there are times when my jaw drops on how certain people are not as professional, but they are always professional. They're respectful of the family. Exactly.
And it takes a lot of humility to be able to do that job.
Yep.
So, we're almost getting to the top of the hour, and I do want to mention the folks that we weren't able to present the award, but I think, like I said, what we're going to do, Nightmare on Chicago Street.
Yes.
We're going to do it right in front of our station. At least they could, because we do that as a live broadcast, and I feel that would give them the, proper recognition that they need. And when we come back, we'll make sure that we tell you who those folks were. But I think all in all, everybody has seen the pictures. We did it, hit it out of the park as far as I'm concerned. What do you think, Matt?
I loved it. All of the support, all the hard work that went into it. And I thought it was very well. Despite, of course, the rain. That didn't stop us. I mean, it did in a sense, but we all still were out there. We were laughing. We were having a good time.
Everybody had a ball, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't account for Mother Nature. So listen, we're at the top of the hour. We're going to come back in just a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit some more about America First Responders. Then we're going to make a shift to what's going on. Columbus Day. Christopher Columbus. That's this coming Monday. Thank you. You're listening to WRMN 1410 right here. Studio 14, me and Matt McNeil.
Deano's Night Out on WRMN. It's the talk of the town. So come on and listen now.